Hello guys, welcome back to another episode review of Hollyoaks. Hope you guys are all doing well. So in this episode you can see Maxine, she's plotting something dangerous. She wants to catch the spiker on her own terms without any professional backup like the police force, etc. I mean, even her mate Zoe didn't want any in on this. And I think Zoe informed Verity. Verity's didn't come in the office, as you can see in the picture here, into D Valley Law Office. And she's kind of had it out with Maxine, what she's planning to do is dangerous, etc. Maxine's not backing down. And then Verity said that we'll be there as well either way, because if you're not going to back down, then it is dangerous. So we need to be there. They're going to be at the Loft, and they're going to invite some people, basically, have some drinks, and I think Maxine's going to pretend to be all drunk and giggly, etc. and basically show the impression to the spiker, whoever it is out there, that Maxine won't be able to tell that if her drinks are spiked, etc. And it is quite risky at the end of the day. I don't know how I feel about this as a viewer as well. But later on, we did see they did go to the Loft, and Beau went as well, which is Verity's nephew. And Maxine was hitting on Beau, like flirting with him. And then she hinted to Beau that she wanted a drink, and Beau offered everyone a round of drinks, and he got the round of drinks, and he pointed to Maxine that her drink's on the table, to which she got her little test out, litmus paper, I believe, and put it in the drink, and it turned blue. And then she obviously thought it was Beau that spiked the drinks, and then she had it out with Beau in front of everyone in the club. And I think majority of them were saying, her friends like Verity, Shaq, them what they were saying, just maybe get some rest, go home, etc. Because they don't believe it was Beau. And I don't really think Maxine was out of line, because obviously her paper turned blue, so she's done what she thought is right, because clearly someone spiked the drinks, and it was Eric, because that creep went around the corner or something, and he's clearly spiked her somehow that we didn't even get to see ourselves. Eric was also grinning the fact that Beau's now in the firing line with Maxine. He's just got this really sleazy persona about him, doesn't he? And I don't know, I just hope he gets caught quite quickly, because it's kind of dragging on now, the fact that he's managed to get away with it. And sometimes I do think that because he's too close, like, he's Verity's little brother, and he's too close to be kind of suspicious, like someone to be suspicious of him. So I think that's why it's working now in favor of him. So it's actually quite the opposite. But anyway, I do hope he gets caught. And I think towards the end of the episode, Eric lined up the CCTV for everyone to watch. And then Zoe asked him, I don't know, she didn't know that he had a tattoo. He's got some weird little tattoo of like a boomerang shape, I don't know what it was, on his wrist. And then I think they didn't think too much of it. Obviously, Verity's not going to suspect her little brother. And Maxine went home, and she saw a picture of Eric in the poster, the guy with the hand, holding the, having the spiking drugs in his hand and etc. And then she remembered the exact same tattoo that they saw in the club. And she put two and two together. Now she knows Eric. All she needs is proof. And there's a good way to end that. Finally, do you know what I mean? Like, you got him right there. And the sleazeball, I'm hoping so, gets caught ASAP. Something quite difficult, because the fact that Tony and Verity are his siblings, and they will, with anyone, they will protect their siblings no matter what, and it's going to be a bit hard to get them round it. Anyway, that's for the next episode, and we're going to move on to Imran's situation. He's finally agreed he's going to take the help, and unfortunately Zayn had to give up his principles, etc., to talk him round of it. I think that is going to cause a bit of a rift between Zayn's and Misbah's relationship. It's things like that. It starts from little things like that, and obviously throughout the time it just gradually builds up, because I think he will have to sacrifice quite a bit, because all the kids are with Misbah, I'm hoping it doesn't, but with certain situations like this in soap, you can tell that the stepfather has to sacrifice quite a bit, or even the stepmother if she's the stepmother of the dad's kids, etc. You get the gist. So it's a two-way street. Unfortunately, as a step parent, you will have to put a lot of sacrifices, and because obviously the biological mother or father, they're not going to compromise on anything, and they shouldn't, to be honest. Anyway, we talked about the whole Eric situation, the whole Misbah situation. Oh yeah, and DeMarcus was looking up antidepressants online because Zane's kind of advised to talk to him, to his GP, etc. I mean, I agree you should talk to your GP before you talk to anyone, before you consider anything. You shouldn't even look that up online. Just go talk to your GP. Then your GP will know what best to do. You might not even need any medication. Your GP might decide something else. But that's down to your GP. So I don't think Pearl, maybe she lashed out a bit, but she's not wrong because. But then the way she's talking about antidepressants as well, she's not an expert either. The best thing to do is go to your GP, a professional, to seek help in that line of work. So I think that will be DeMarcus's best bet. And the fact that Felix is quite sympathising with DeMarcus, he's doing the right thing as well. I think that's a wrap for today's episode review, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Do subscribe. Remember, it only takes 5 seconds, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.